Beauty and the Lion Beast. Everyone in the kingdom of Aetoro feared Prince Oba. He was strong, proud, and as fierce as a lion. His voice could silence a market, and his stare could make a warrior drop his sword. Born into royalty, he was expected to rule with wisdom and love, but instead, Oba ruled with pride and anger. One hot afternoon, the villagers gathered at the town square to celebrate the Yam Festival. The people danced, sang, and shared food. But when the prince arrived, the music stopped. A small boy accidentally spilled palm wine on Oba's royal wrapper. Furious, the prince pushed the child to the ground and stormed off. That night, the forest spirits held a meeting. Oba's heart has turned into stone. The elder spirit said, "He must learn kindness or he will destroy this land." By dawn, the curse had fallen. Oba's reflection was gone, replaced with the face of a beast. He had sharp claws, the mane of a lion, and glowing yellow eyes. When he roared, the earth shook. Until he learned true kindness, the spirit said, "You shall live alone in your palace, hidden from the world." In a nearby village called Umuoma, a girl named Adeze lived with her widowed father. She was known for her kindness and fearless spirit. She would help the old share her food with beggars and even chase away snakes from people's farms. One day, her father, a poor hunter, got lost in the forest. When he returned, he spoke of a beast who spared his life. The village elders, fearing the beast might return, offered Adeze as a peace gift. "Let her live with the beast," they said, "and maybe the curse will not fall on us." Though it was unfair, Adeze agreed to go, not out of fear, but because she believed the beast was not as evil as they said. Her journey to the palace was long and scary. Strange birds followed her. The wind whispered warnings, and the trees seemed too swift. But Adeze did not stop. She arrived at the palace gates just as the sun was setting. The door opened by themselves. Inside, a voice rumbled,
"Why have you come here, girl?"
Adeze stood tall. "I came to live here, like the elder said, but I'm not afraid of you," she said boldly. The beast laughed, and it sounded more like thunder.
"You should be,"
he replied. The palace was dark and cold. The chairs moved on their own, and the mirrors whispered. Each night, the beast growled from shadows, testing Adeze's courage, but she would sing softly to herself, and somehow the growling would stop. One night, he asked.
"Why do you sing?"
Adeze replied, "Because light still lives, even in darkness." The beast said nothing, but for the first time, he watched her from the shadows instead of hiding from her. One morning, Adeze woke up to the sound of drums playing themselves. She followed the sound and saw the palace spirits dancing. One of them, an old mother named Mama Ebe, whispered,
"You are changing him, child. He listens now."
Adeze smiled, but she knew this journey was far from over. She started telling stories every night, village stories, tales of love, sacrifice, and laughter. The beast would listen in silence. One night, he laughed for the first time. Adeze noticed. "That was your real voice," she said. He quickly turned away.
"Don't get used to it."
Adeze discovered a locked door in the palace. The beast warned her never to open it, but curiosity burned in her. One night, while he slept, she found the key. What she saw behind the door shocked her. It was a room of drawings, not scary ones, but soft ones. Pictures of a young boy and his mother. Stories drawn with charcoal.
"That's my past."
The beast growled behind her. "I used to be that boy." Adeze's heart broke. "You weren't always a monster," she whispered.
"I'm not,"
he replied softly. Back in Umuoma, the villagers grew restless. They thought Adeze was eaten. Her father begged them to wait, but they marched to the palace with cutlasses and fire. The beast smelled danger.
"Go home, Adeze."
He said,
Your people are coming. You don't belong with me.
But Adeze refused. Then I will stand between them and you, she said. The beast roared in frustration, but deep down, he felt something he hadn't felt in years. Fear, not for him, but for her. The villagers arrived, shouting and throwing torches. Adeze ran outside and stood before them. He is not a monster, she cried. He's just broken. But they didn't listen. The palace started burning. The beast leapt into the fire to save Mama Epe and the other spirits. He came out bleeding and weak. The villagers paused. This monster was protecting his home. Adeze screamed, "Help him!" But only her father stepped forward. As they put out the fire, Adeze held the beast in her arms. "Why did you save them?" he asked.
Because they are mine.
He whispered, "Just like you now." And then a single tear rolled from Adeze's cheek. The forest shook. The sky turned purple. The curse was weakening, but it wasn't fully broken yet. The spirits watched. "Almost there," they whispered. "He must learn to love and be loved in return." As peace returned, a new danger rose. Prince Oba's elder cousin, Nnamdi, returned. He had always wanted a throne. When he heard the beast might become human again, he swore to destroy him. He gathered hunters and poisoned arrows. Adeze heard of the plan. "You must hide," she said. But the beast shook his head.
I will not run. I am not hiding.
Under the full moon, Nnamdi and his men attacked. The beast fought like a lion. He roared, clawed, and defended the palace. Adeze joined the fight, using her courage and cleverness to distract the attackers. Nnamdi aimed an arrow at the beast's heart. Adeze jumped in front of it. The arrow struck her arm. The beast roared louder than ever before. With one final leap, he tackled Nnamdi off the palace steps. Adeze lay on the ground bleeding. The beast held her close.
Don't leave me, he begged. You are the only light I have.
She smiled weakly. "You are not a beast. You are Oba, the prince, my friend." As she said those words, a great light covered him. The forest spirit appeared. He had passed the final test, they declared. He has learned to love truly. Oba's beastly form faded. His mane disappeared. His claws softened, and his human face returned. Adeze opened her eyes. "You are back," she whispered. He smiled, tears in his eyes.
Because of you.
The villagers watched in awe. The palace spirits danced. Peace had returned to Ayetoro. The prince bowed before Adeze.
Will you stay with me? Not because you must, but because you choose to.
She nodded. Yes, Prince Oba was crowned king and Adeze became his queen. But he never forgot his time as a beast. He ruled with kindness, patience, and love. He opened his palace to the poor and listened to the cries of his people. Every year, during the Yam festival, he would tell the story of how a proud prince became a kind king, all because a brave girl named Adeze saw the lion in the beast and the heart in the monster. And they lived not just happily ever after, but leading Ayetoro into an era of peace and love. The end.